So today we're going to be watching a bunch of spooky ghost videos. Um, I mixed it up. I found a ton of channels. A couple ones we've already watched from, but these other ones are kind of similar. Like they all do different things, so it's a bunch of variety of stuff to watch. I'm mostly intrigued on one of them. One of them is, what is it? Legends and um kind of like stories that people tell that actually are true. I'm really interested in that video. That one looks cool. And we're gonna start with one channel that we've already seen before. They have a new video. It's from Nuke's Top 5. They usually have pretty good videos. So we're gonna start with that one. And we're gonna review it, and we're just gonna have fun. So hopefully you guys enjoy yourself and relax today.
A father says that he was busy working in his office one day when his son came running in and seemed very upset. The boy claimed that, quote, a man was moving things in the other room. The dad follows the boy into the living room to find things scattered all across the floor. So he checks his security cam to see just what happened. What he finds chills him to his core.
Oh, this kind of stuff is always freaky. I don't know, it's going in the same direction. I don't know, is somebody... Oh? What's that? See, I don't know. Everything's going the same direction. It could have easily been pulled with a string, you know? It's hard to debunk.
A small toy in a dog bed can be seen sliding across the
If they
living
were
room
going the
floor
other direction,
all by
maybe I might
themselves.
be a little bit more
The seemingly
concerned.
annoyed little boy rushes over to the
But like I said,
objects
it's hard to
and
tell.
even starts picking up the dog bed and throwing it back to the floor in frustration. The dog bed then aggressively slides back towards him, knocking him over. But luckily, the little boy lands right on the soft bed. So just what was the boy seeing when he told his dad that, quote, a man was moving things? Could some dark presence be haunting their home? You decide.
I don't know about this one, guys. I'm skeptical.
Glitches in the Matrix. TikTok user Eddie is parked in front of a Boston pizza restaurant in Fresno, California, when he spots something very weird.
Okay, where is this car that's reflecting on this Boston pizza window? It's a Corvette C8.
I love how he
I
can name the
seriously
car.
Don't see that car anywhere. Where's that car? What? Where is that car? Hello, where's that car? Where is this car?
In the reflection of the restaurant's window, Eddie sees an orange Corvette C8.
Nico, welcome.
But when he looks around the parking lot, it's not there.
I would be freaked
In
out as well if
disbelief,
I
Eddie
saw a
posts his
reflection
video
like
to
that.
TikTok, wondering if he might have caught a, quote, glitch in the Matrix. The bizarre footage goes viral, receiving over 2.8 million views. In the comments, viewers repeatedly ask Eddie to go back and film the location one more time.
Okay, we are back at the same parking lot.
Yeah, it's the same
One of the
parking
main
lot.
comments you guys were saying is
Same cracks and everything.
go walk up to it. The car is either inside of the pizza parlor or it's a wrap on the window.
I doubt it's a wrap because
know.
it looked so
Let's check it
wonky.
So I'm walking to it right now. If you look at it actually from this point of view, the reflections look kind of accurate. There's a vase. There's a white car reflecting. That's right here.
Yeah, but there was like a bush behind that car
No,
too. It
there's
looked
like
all different.
no car in there.
And you couldn't even fit a car in there.
This
So
time the
small.
shop window accurately reflects what's right in front of it. The orange Corvette is no longer there.
Yeah, you see, it has like a bush
Cut to
behind it.
another video of a supposed, quote, glitch in the Matrix.
Very interesting.
Late one night in Nashville, Tennessee, a woman's friends tell her to quickly grab her camera and hurry outside to check out some very bizarre activity going on in the night
Aliens. What would you guys do if you just walked outside and just saw a spaceship fly down? Is that the Zoom making that sound? What is that? Oh my goodness, that's bright. That's bright.
What was that?
Is that some kind of electricity? Oh my god.
I got that. I got that.
The group
Oh.
of friends watching
I've
shocked
never
as the
seen it-
moon seems
I've never
to
seen it
change
before.
colors from green to red, and then suddenly seems to just discharge some kind of electricity. Spectators to the shocking
That
event
is
believe that they
nuts.
witnessed everything from a possible government cover-up,
The fact that you
aliens,
can see
and
that
of
with, like, the
course,
naked
maybe
eye is
even
just
a
insane.
glitch in the Matrix. But whether it's a glitch, aliens, or maybe just a really good fake, I leave that up to you to decide.
See, the sun
Follow
has a lot of
on.
that going on
Back
too,
in
but we don't see it.
2015, Candace Gardner and her husband attended a Halloween party at an abandoned and allegedly haunted prison with a dark history.
I
It
have to say,
was
the
a
most
huge
scariest places,
mistake.
like haunted
Candace says
places,
that the
would be a
entire night at the
prison
party, she felt
and
like
a
something
hospital.
was watching
Mostly
her.
because a lot
And
of
ever
those
since that
prisoners,
night,
if you interview
strange
them,
things have been happening
they'll
in
talk about
Candace's
demonic
home.
activity in
She
the
now
jail
believes that a
cells, just
malicious
because of
entity
the
might have
residual
followed her
energy
home
of
from
serial
the old
killers.
prison.
It attracts
A dark spirit
negative
that intends
energy.
to harm her and her family.
Very freaky stuff.
Soon after the prison
I'll
trip,
have to
Candace
find the
begins
interview I listened
experience
to, but it was
unexplained
crazy.
activity in her home. Lights flicker on and off at night while Candace and her husband sleep. Doors in the house open and close on their own. But scariest of all, the spirit begins to aggressively throw objects at Candace.
Oh, hell no. Oh no. I would be out of
And
there
these
at that
frightening
point.
incidents
Fuck that.
continue to escalate as it seems that the entity wants to seriously hurt Candace.
If I see a knife flying across the counter, I'm leaving. Look at that. The knife just flies.
While Candace is
She
sleeping,
looks
she starts
pissed.
to
What
wake
the
up to
fuck?
painful, violent attacks, as if some
She doesn't even
unseen
look
force
scared.
is
She looks
roughly
annoyed.
grabbing or pulling at her.
That's funny.
And she says she caught proof. So late one night, Candace and her husband fall asleep while watching TV on the couch. As the couple sleeps, a CCTV camera in
How
the
come
room
they haven't
captures
had this idea of doing like a reality show of the most haunted places and just set up cameras everywhere where there's poltergeist activity and just have like random people just stay there for like a week, just random people, and you can change them up and just make a reality show of that, of them just kind of like dealing with the poltergeist every week. That'd be great.
something absolutely horrifying.
How is she not waking up to that? Jesus. I can only imagine what kind of a Charlie horse would be caused by that. Jesus. Eternal worlds.
Candace's
Yeah.
leg appears to get grabbed and twisted painfully into the air by an invisible force. She wakes up in a panic and screams for her husband to help her, but all he can do is grab her leg and pull
I've
it
had an
back.
experience like this
Eventually,
once
he
when my
manages to
hand
free
was
Candace's
raised in
legs
my
from
sleep, and then when I
whatever
woke
is
up, it like
pulling on
slapped me in the face when it
Candace
fell
is
back
left
down.
sobbing in pain and fear.
Not a good thing to wake up to.
Now, I have to
Definitely
say
not.
that after watching this footage and hearing Candace's desperate pleas for help,
I don't think it
video
counts to
is
roll out of bed
very
either.
compelling. But do you believe that a dark entity followed Candace home from the prison and is now violently haunting her home?
Yeah, if that
Let me
knife
know
is
what you
flying,
think.
yeah, it's negative.
As for Candace,
not
she
positive.
says that her family still experiences terrifying paranormal events to this day. We need scary videos, so if you see
I'm
one or you
interested
have
to know
one, send it
what
our way at
exactly did they do at the prison.
@gmail.com. Hell or high water.
Oh no.
Back in August 2021, an unexpected flash flood swept through downtown Omaha, Nebraska.
That
At around
sucks.
10 p.m., Tony
That-
Lou and his two friends
That's
are
not good.
relaxing in his apartment and watching the weather reports about the flood. They decide to take the elevator down to have a look at the flooded city streets for themselves. It was a very bad idea.
That is a lot of sewer water. Oh my god, being trapped in an elevator like that? Fuck no. Oh goodness.
Tony and his friends didn't realize, but the lower levels of the apartment building were completely flooded with disgusting sewer water. As
Yeah, that
the elevator
shit's
reaches
brown.
the lobby,
That's nasty.
water pours inside, causing the elevator to malfunction and trap them inside. with
You're gonna
the
find like
rising
turds
water.
and fish
Once it
around
got
you.
towards kind of my neck,
swimming in
chest,
that.
that's when I kind of, okay, like, I could possibly die in here.
The water continues to flood in, filling the elevator to the point that the three friends can barely keep their head above water. Tony is panicked and makes an emergency phone call to his roommate, Dalen Stapp, and the roommate hurries downstairs to try to help his trapped friends.
I told them, hey,
Whoa.
I'm gonna die in here if you guys don't come and try to do something.
We went down into about shoulder deep water and just
Like that's some kind of
tried
movie
pulling in
shit.
with everything we could. We had to get him out or it could have been fatal.
Tony's roommate Dalen finally manages to pry open the flooded elevator doors to free his friends from what could have been their watery grave. Luckily, they all escape and swim to safety without so much as a scratch. Not surprisingly, Tony Lou says that this was the scariest thing that has ever happened to him.
How
I
scary
bet.
was this?
Honestly, I would say this is number one. the
It would
most scariest thing
terrify
in my
me
life. Yep,
too.
hands down.
Okay, can you please? Okay, thank you. Shoot.
Watson. The Rainbow Fountain and Grill in Carrollton, Texas was built back in 1924, and before it became the popular local soda shop that it is today, it was home to a pharmacy and a medical office. One of the doctors who frequently worked out of the building was Dr. Robert Blackburn, who was famously known for bringing his cute little dog Watson along with him
Watson.
everywhere.
That's
even
a
to
nice name
patients'
for a dog,
houses.
right? Watson.
It is said that Dr. Blackburn's
It's
loyal
fancy.
little dog Watson still haunts the building to this day.
Oh, you were cleaning.
Over the years,
That's
workers
good.
and customers at the cafe claim to have had
always nice to
strange,
have a clean
unexplained
home.
experiences with the ghost of Watson the dog, saying that they could actually feel the spirit of the little dog jump right up on their legs. Since the restaurant added
That would
security
scare the
cameras,
crap out of
they
me,
have
like a
started
ghost
to
dog like
capture
jumping up on
some
my
of these
lap.
strange encounters on video.
It's one thing
Take a
getting your
look.
hair pulled, but that's that's an extreme. I like how they both felt the same thing. Did you guys see that? It's crazy. It's always their legs too. This dog is like pranking people.
CCTV footage shows employees
Yeah.
and visitors.
I don't
getting
like
nipped at the
dishes when they
ankles
pile
or
up.
even scratched by something that they
Sometimes
can't
I get
see.
too tired to do
Now,
them,
with
but
so
then the
many
next day
people
you're just like,
experiencing
ugh.
the exact same phenomena,
Just wake up
and
to
with
it and
all
you
of
just
it
feel
caught
dread.
on camera, it makes you wonder whether the spirit of little Watson the dog is still hanging around the old soda shop, scaring the patrons, but perhaps only trying to find new friends to play with.
That's
In
funny.
a flash,
Man, that makes so clear too. That bitch so good. You want that bitch, that's so ass. Hey man, what you do?
sometimes a very silly moment turns scary in an instant. Two guys are just goofing around, but then, like a bolt
I
out
hope
of
that's
the
their
blue,
house. That's
fun
kind of
time is
freaky to be
over.
like shirtless up in the ring camera like that.
Pick it up.
A sudden, very close lightning strike rips through the
The
clouds
way they
and scares
fucking
the
ran
living
in.
out of them, sending them
It's like a
running
goddamn
inside
Scooby-Doo
in
cartoon.
terror.
That's funny.
Pick it up.
He didn't see it. Axel Loza frequently explores caves and tunnels in the woods of Colomos, Mexico.
Oh,
After
nice.
finding what seems like evidence of witchcraft in one of those caves,
I've always wanted
Axel
to go
believes
cave
that some dark
exploring
entity
to see what's
attached
under
itself
there.
to him,
They have
and
like
now
4
follows
big
him
caves here, but you
wherever he
can't go
goes.
into them because they
One
have
day,
water in them
the
still.
strangest place, a
And
public restroom.
Word
Axel
is that they're
starts to
still
hear
finding
bizarre
dead bodies
sounds.
down there
He takes
from
out
the
his phone and
miners
hits
that
record.
drowned.
And what happens next is like something right out of a nightmare.
No, gente, quiero que vean. Estoy ahorita en el baño de la universidad. Pero el pedo ahorita es que bueno, acabo de terminar de hacer el baño. Y pues estaba todo normal. Pero ahorita están ruidos raros. Y
Strange
se está tocando la
sounds.
puerta, pero quiero que vean.
I don't know, man.
Que
It's
pues
kind of
no hay
normal to
nada.
hear some
Vean, ahí
strange,
está mi
strange
reflejo.
sounds in the
Mi
bathroom,
reflejo,
right?
pero
You gotta do what
vean,
you
de
gotta
este
do.
lado, pues aquí no hay nada, vean. Vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Y aquí pues tampoco. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, hoy. ¿Escucharon?
I mean, to be fair, that could be somebody slapping the front door. Yeah. So, the story is the town's called Deadwood because people came from California during the gold rush, and people thought, oh, there's gold here too, so I'm gonna start mining gold. And the only thing they found here were a bunch of dead trees. And there was a huge fire that killed a lot of people here, and they called the city Deadwood because there was a lot of like dead trees and dead people, and it was horrible conditions, horrible. Like we still have brothels here from like I don't want to call them hookers, but you know, they're a bit more classy than that. So we have a lot of brothels here that are still used to this day as museums or apartments. My last apartment was a brothel. It was like a cobblestone building. And underneath the entire city is a whole cave system where people were mining. And it got flooded. There was a flash flood, and a bunch of miners died down there, and it caved in. So to this day, they're still trying to drain those caves, and they're pulling out dead bodies from underneath the city. And truth be told, the whole city was cursed by an ancient burial ground of Indians. And they cursed the place to the point where anybody who dies in the city, their souls get trapped here forever. And the person from, what is it? The Dead Files? I think her name is Amy. She's the psychic. She actually came down here a few times, almost every year, apparently, to check on a certain place called the Fairmont Hotel. She checks on the spirits over there because I think she's close to one of them. And when she comes here, she has to like do a ritual because there's so much dead people here that are just trapped. And she says that it's like shoulder to shoulder. in the afterlife here because there's just too many people here. It makes people sick, and she can't stay here very long. Also, Zach from Ghost Adventures, he's not allowed here. He got kicked out. He antagonized the ghost at the Fairmont, and it broke all the windows because I guess he was pissing off the ghosts to the point where they were busting the windows out, and it cost the owner over $300,000 to repair those windows because those windows are over 200 years old. He had to replace all those windows. Like 200 years ago, the windows, they're almost as big as a door, probably even bigger than a door. So it's a very odd shaped window. Yeah, he's not allowed back here. I wouldn't be surprised if they do another episode of Dead Files just to recap on what's going on now. Because I went there last year, because I go every year for the ghost tours. And the tour guide actually has pictures of things that people find. And of course, I found a couple things too. But one of the most compelling thing that he's shown was a picture of a woman being choked on the ghost tour. Apparently, the story was that she was antagonizing the ghost secretly and nobody knew. And she was just kind of playing it off as being fake, and she was kind of like whispering under her breath like insults of the ghost. And when she got to a particular room, which we call the woman in red, that's the name of the ghost, the woman in red, because it was a woman that jumped out of the balcony. She basically killed herself because she found out that the man that she was having her baby with was leaving her, and she was pregnant, so she couldn't work. She couldn't do her work, so she just jumped out the window, and she actually didn't die from that. She died in the hospital the next day. And her spirit is in that room, and she's constantly looking out the window, and she has been seen so many times. And this woman was antagonizing this ghost, and I guess it pissed her off, and it choked her. In the picture, you can actually see a severed hand around her neck. And when that picture was taken, that lady, she was in the group of the ghost tour. The tour guide was talking, and they were just kind of lined up against the wall listening to him. And she almost collapsed, like she couldn't breathe, and she just kind of fell down. I don't know how they got that picture. It must have been just before that happened. But when they took her out of that building, she was completely fine. They still checked her out at the hospital, and she was okay. Like, they didn't find anything abnormal. But apparently, Amy from the Dead Files, that TV show, almost the next day, contacted the owner of that brothel, the person that was doing the ghost tours. And okay, so have you ever seen the movie Insidious? Basically, Insidious, the old lady, she has like a psychic connection with the spirits that she sees or the people that she's been with. And if something's like happening, she'll either dream about it or she'll envision it. Like if somebody gets hurt, she'll feel that same pain and know where it's coming from. And I guess Amy from the Dead Files felt the pain of either that person from the ghost tour or the ghost that did that. And she contacted the ghost tour guide and said, "What happened? I felt something." And she actually flew down here to check on things. So there's some kind of weird relationship between a lot of those paranormal shows and where I live. I've never met them, but I'm pretty sure I will someday. Yeah, so that's my little rant. I have so many ghost stories.
Escucharon.
Oh no. Did you guys see that?
No hay nada.
Axel hears a strange slamming sound from one of the bathroom stalls, even though he knows there's no
That
one
almost
else in the
makes me want to
restroom.
like check the stalls every time I
did
go
you
to the
see it?
bathroom now.
A face can be seen peeking through the small crack in the bathroom stall door. But when Axel looks
No
over
way.
the top, there's no one there.
I don't like that.
Axel is completely unaware of the disturbing face he just captured. In fact, he doesn't even notice until he posts his video online. Then the comments come flooding in.
How do you not see
People
that the
tell
first time
Axel,
though?
Hey, there was a face looking out.
That's my only
But Axel says
skepticism of
he
this
didn't
is
see it.
he noticed something's
Hello,
weird,
doggy.
right?
It's
And
a little
obviously he's
before
gonna
6 in the
check the
morning when a
footage
Reddit
before
user's dog
posting
who's
it.
home alone
I'm pretty sure he would have seen that
experiences
face.
something very
I'm pretty
creepy.
sure. Oh, that poor dog. What is happening?
The camera captures the sound of an unexplained voice whispering, "Hello," which seems to send the dog right into a panic.
See, I'm always skeptical about videos like this because you never know if somebody has like a dog
The owner
whistle
says
and
that
they're just
absolutely
making
no
it
one
up.
other than the dog was home at the time of this recording.
Unless
He
it's
also
facing the
says that
same
he's never
direction as like
experienced
where
anything
where
like this
the
in his
sound is
house.
coming from.
And he wonders if he captured something paranormal.
Why are you tapping bathrooms?
But what do you think this voice is?
You know that ghost be watching you. Listen, when I use the bathroom, there's only two things I concerned
Mirror,
about,
mirror.
okay? If there's toilet
A guy
paper,
named Edgar Virgen from Colima, Mexico, says
and if
that
it
his
smells.
4-year-old niece
Other
was
than
given
that-
a very strange old toy. A pink
Bro.
mirror that lights up, plays music, and features a
Jeez.
pre
I've never had a
voice
peeping
that
Tom
says
in the
cute little
bathroom,
phrases.
but I don't doubt that
Nothing
it's
too
not gonna
odd
happen
there.
one day.
But over the next few weeks, Edgar starts to notice his niece talking to the mirror.
I will say this, my worst bathroom experience ever was something called Chili Fest. And it's like a big festival where everyone makes chili, and my uncle brought me there. Oh my god. There was, I kid you not, there was maybe 50 people in line to use 3 portal potties. And I kid you not, by the time it was my turn to go, it was so bad I didn't even want to go. I opened up that stall and I thought I was gonna die. And this is coming from someone who doesn't really smell that good because my nose is like broken or something. But it was so horrid in there, I wanted to cry. I almost went to the bathroom in line. Yeah, I never went again. Fuck that.
Daily, and some of the toy's responses are eerily intelligent, almost as if it can hear and respond to the little girl. Edgar and the girl's mom decide to ask some questions themselves. What
Someone
happens
needs to be
next
fired. I
is
think the
truly
bathroom
disturbing.
facility stopped working. So they only had portal potties.
Hola, bienvenido al Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico.
Is that Dora?
¿Cuál es tu nombre? Yo soy Jessie, la princesa más bella del Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico. ¡Qué tierna eres! Nosotras seremos mejores amigas.
Oh no, I don't like this.
favorito? Si papá pregunta, mi favorito es mi papi.
What?
Mamá pregunta, yo responderé que la que más me gusta es mi mami.
What? What kind of child toy is this?
Me gusta eres tú. Soy una niña muy inteligente.
Ah, I hate
The
this.
mirror says that its name is Jessie, and it gives oddly specific answers to the mother's questions.
Oh my
Well,
god.
Edgar and the girl's mom are a little freaked out. They remove the batteries from the toy and store it in the barn behind the house. Years pass, and the family...
Okay, I have another paranormal experience I'm gonna share. I've had this happen before when I was little. So I don't know if you guys remember, but they had a toy line called Furbies, probably in the 90s when it was like really popular. And my mom got me one for Christmas. Me and my sister both had one, but for some reason mine went off all the time, and I didn't know why. And I got freaked out by it. Like, I don't usually get freaked out by stuff, but it freaked me out that it would never shut up. Like the laughing and like the eye blinking and stuff. I had to put it somewhere. So I put this Furby in my closet and it would still go off. And for some reason, it would mostly only go off at nighttime. So like 10 o'clock at night or 11. And I tried telling my mom and my sister, you know, hey, I don't know how to get this thing to shut up. Do you guys have maybe like a screwdriver? I could take the batteries out. Because my mom had all the tools for it. I couldn't have access to that yet. I was like maybe like 6. So my mom was like, nah, you know, it's fine. But my sister, she was nice enough to like steal the screwdriver and we took the batteries out of it. I saw the batteries get taken out of that thing, right? And I still kept it in my closet. And one day, my sister, like, she likes to pull pranks on me. So what she did was she went underneath my bed at night and she was gonna like kick underneath the bed to scare me. But then the Furby went off in the closet. Like, it started giggling and shit. And it was like 10 o'clock at night, just, you know, on the dot. And I saw my sister crawl from underneath my bed and she just screamed and ran out of my room. And we both knew that the batteries were taken out of that thing. And I think when my sister told my mom as well, my mom got rid of it. Like, she threw it out of the house. I've had a lot of paranormal experiences from my first house that I lived in. And my mom kind of like brushed it off when I was little, probably to not really keep me scared. But when I was older and I talked to her about it, she's like, yeah, I know. I've saw the things that you saw and you were right. And she has her own experiences. She's had a fucking demon like follow her through high school. She had to move across the country because of what happened. Furby electrical discharge. Could you imagine? Just getting shocked by a Furby all the time. I used to get shocked by my TVs, like those old ones. I really don't know if it's what are they called? CRTs? Those CRT TVs, like if you like push your face close enough to it, like when you try to like fix the antennas on those fucking things and always get shocked by it. That was the worst.
Family forgets all about the toy.
You guys ever put a
until
magnet on one of
they
those
start
things?
to hear a strange little voice coming from the barn in the middle of the night. Edgar says that the voice sounded just like the mirror toy and was saying things like, "Come play with me," followed by a sinister little giggle. He posted his video and story to TikTok.
The giggling,
and
fuck
things
no.
got
Throw it out,
weirder.
please. Throw it out.
Because you see, some
Get
viewers
rid of
commented
it.
that they had the exact same mirror toy, but they said that their mirror didn't talk at all.
Whoa.
Viewers urged Edgar to make one more video with the strange toy. He's reluctant, but eventually he searches out the mirror in the family's barn, and this happens.
Oh no.
Para los que me estuvieron pidiendo que
Whoa, you
buscara
can
el
see it
espejo y le
aged.
pusiera baterías,
It's been a
aquí
while
está.
since it's been in there.
Solo pude encontrar estas piezas y pues sí, le puse unas baterías que tenía aquí en la casa. Como ven, son nuevas. La neta no creo que prenda, pero bueno, a ver, vamos a calarle. Muy miedo.
I'm surprised it still works.
Hola, bienvenido al castillo de los sueños del espejo mágico.
Hola.
Hola, encantado de conocerte.
Gracias.
Wait. Hold on, I saw something. Hold up. No, go back. Go back.
Baterías que tengo.
Okay, so you guys see like the little holes in the back?
Encontrar estas piezas y pues sí, le puse.
Like they're like right here. And that one lady says that hers doesn't talk, but this one does because it has a fucking speaker in the back, right? So why would that lady say that hers doesn't talk? Doesn't
Las
make any
baterías que
sense.
tenía aquí en la casa, como ven, son nuevas. La neta no creo que
Oh.
prenda, pero bueno, a ver, vamos a calarle.
Basically, okay. Basically, my Furby toy when I was little, it was like possessed or something because it would go off all the time. And my mom and my sister wouldn't believe me. And my sister just wanted me to like shut up about it, so she took the batteries out for me. And then my sister was going to be mean and she was going to prank me by hiding underneath my bed, and she was going to like shake it awake in at the middle of the night. And before she was able to do that, the Furby went off in the closet. It had no batteries in it, and it just started giggling and shit. And then it scared my sister, and she ran out crying. And because of that, my mom threw it out.
Miedo.
Yeah.
Hola, bienvenido al Castillo de los Sueños del Espejo Mágico.
Hola.
Hola, encantado de conocerte.
Gracias, a mí igual. Me da gusto.
Eres muy divertido. ¿Tienes una fiesta?
No, no tengo fiesta. ¿Tú tienes?
Having a party?
No sé. Cuando me levanté, te vi a ti.
Oh
Ay,
no.
vas y chingas a tu madre.
Oh
Edgar says that
no.
at this point, he's just done with the mirror. He says he threw it out with the trash. So could a
Whoa.
paranormal entity be attached to this toy? Let me know what you think. Monkeying around. An antique collector says he stores all of his collectibles in a local
how many
storage
haunted
unit.
dolls? There's a pretty cool story. I don't know if it's in Taiwan or Mexico, but there's a whole island full of haunted dolls because I don't know why, but they collect dolls that show up on the island. Like, people believe that when a doll is like haunted, they can put it in the ocean and it'll show up on that island. And what they do is they hang all these dolls all over the place on this island. And inside the water, there's like a siren or a spirit that will grab you and pull you under, because there's been a lot of drownings around that island. And they believe that this spirit, when it drowns you in the water, your spirit will either be trapped underwater or it would find its way onto the island to basically be trapped in one of those dolls forever. It's a very creepy story.
But lately, things have gotten a little strange. He says that he started to get odd complaints from the staff at the storage facility. They said that they heard bizarre loud noises coming from inside his storage unit at all hours of
I
the
could
day
never do
and
security
night.
guard work.
The
I would
antique
overthink
collector
that
is
things are
very confused at
paranormal.
what the noises could be and sets up a security camera inside the unit to see what could be going on. When he reviews the footage the next day, he is shocked.
Oh, I hate that. The way it stood up like that. Oh. Oh no. Whoa.
An old antique monkey doll that he recently purchased inexplicably
I think that thing
sits
is more
up
creepy.
and just moves around on its
with
own.
a
Then it
picture
drops
on
right
it.
back down, motionless.
With color.
After witnessing this creepy incident, the antique collector says that he believes that the old doll might be cursed or have a parent.
What is with this doll? Okay. Hear me out. Without it being haunted, this fucking thing looks like a nightmare. Look at the face. That's not even a smile. That's like a weird stoner look. That looks exactly like that Winnie the Pooh horror movie that just came out. What's it called? Blood and Honey. I had a glass doll at my childhood and half my adulthood. I left it at my old house because it creeped me out. I'm like, no, I'm done with that doll because someone from my ex-step-grandpa's family made it and it looked like it could be possessed. It could have been. My grandmother, she had she had a Raggedy Ann doll, and I'm not joking, this thing creeped me out, but she also had a Peter Pan doll that would sit in a rocking chair, right? She had like one of those old wooden rocking chairs, and I don't know why, but my great grandmother, when she passed away, that doll was always sitting on her bed every single day while she was alive, and that was her room. And the day that my great grandmother passed away, that doll, no matter where you put it in the house, would always make its way back onto the rocking chair. Like my grandmother swears that she never moves it. I've only asked her that one time. I've at least moved it 10 times just to debunk it, and eventually it just makes its way onto the rocking chair. And my room was right next to that one, and sometimes you can hear like the wall tapping, kind of like the rocking chair is kind of like swaying and just hitting the wall as it goes back. So that's another creepy story I kind of grew up with.
Paranormal entity attached to it. So is this footage real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
The funny part is, like,
As
because like
always,
haunted dolls, like you would kind of think that, you know, oh, it looks creepy, so I know it's haunted, but actually, no matter what the doll looks like, for some reason, you just know it's haunted. Like you don't even have to look at it. Like you could just knowing it's there, its presence, like stuff like this, like you would feel something's wrong about it. And that's why I kind of get that feeling that I know that the doll that I grew up with, there was something wrong with it. You know, it looked fine. Like I could take a picture of it and everyone would probably be like, oh, it's just a normal thing. But if you were sitting in the room with that doll, you would feel something's weird about it.
you decide.
I've always wanted to
so
go to that haunted museum. It's in Las Vegas. That's where Zach's haunted museum is. It's one of the most haunted museums in the world, pretty much. It has the divot box in it. That's the only thing I'm kind of skeptical about ever seeing is the divot box. You want to meet that doll? Oh God, no way. Let's see if I could find Can I spell? All right. Haunted Doll Island. This is the island I was talking about.
Move over, Chucky. This is an entire
It's
island
in Mexico.
of creepy dolls. Mexico's Isla de las Muñecas, or Island of the Dolls, is straight out of
Isn't
a
this
horror
like
movie.
a thing of
There
nightmare
are no
fuel?
concrete buildings, no electricity, or running water. Just wooden structures and dolls. Oh, so many dolls. Legend has it, this little island just south of Mexico City is the site of the tragic drowning of a little girl. A local man, Don Julian Santana Barrera, unsuccessfully tried to save her. That was in 1950, but Don Julian reportedly said he could still hear the little girl's cries. Some claim after her death, he found dolls every time he went outside, while others say that for 17 years, he hung broken toys, trying to ward off evil spirits with unloved dolls. Whatever the reason, he left behind a terrifying place to
Okay, so this whole island is full of like dolls. And these dolls are just showing up on this island randomly and nobody knows why. And this man, he spent over 17 years. That's a naked Barbie, by the way. I'm so sorry about that. Nobody knows why he started doing this. And there's a story that this man, he knew a little girl that drowned in that water. And there's also a separate story that people who drown in that water, there's a siren or like a mythical being that drowns you into that lake or whatever surrounds it. And your spirit gets trapped into these dolls. And I think the man passed away, so we don't really know the full story because he lived on this island by himself.
visit. Folklore says Don Julian reached a frightening death on the shores of the island.
Okay, so yeah,
drowning
so
in
he
the
did
same
die.
spot he said he tried to rescue the little girl from. Accident? Or did the dolls have something to do with it?
Wow. That's insane. That's a very broad way to put it, but yeah, this whole island is nightmare fuel. Alright, so our next video is this is from a channel we've seen before. Basically what they do is their videos have no context to them, no story, and we're just kind of watching it, kind of like security footage. And there's going to be something in these videos that's really obscure, and sometimes you won't see it the first time around. But what's really cool is what he does is he'll do like a replay of what you're supposed to look at, and then he'll circle it so you don't miss it. This is what makes it really scary, is you don't see it the first time. Only reason why I think that glass doll I left behind was possessed because one night at my old childhood home, I woke up at midnight and I swear I saw a monster in my closet. I was so scared I eventually jumped up out of my bed and ran and turned on my light, and when I looked at my closet, it was gone. Yeah, that is freaky. I really want to tell the story of this creature I saw when I was little, but I don't know if you guys will believe me. I've never told anybody that story because it was so bizarre. But me and my sister can describe it perfectly. Like, she remembers that day and I remember that day, and it was at a time where I could walk. I was in a crib, but I was able to jump out of that crib and walk. Like, that's how old I was. It was such a young age. And to think that I can come up with something like that at that age was really bizarre. I can tell you it, but it's really freaky. So it all started when me and my sister were sharing a room together. We used to live with my mom, but my grandma was like, maybe for a couple years we'll live there. And her house was built probably in the 30s, like 1930s. So it was a really old wooden house, right? And me and my sister shared a room, and our cribs were on opposite sides of the room. And one night I woke up to my electric socket that usually has the TV plugged into it. It was unplugged, and it was kind of crackling to the point where I woke up from it and I saw the sparks. And I was just looking at this electrical socket thinking that, maybe there's going to be a fire. Because I was at that age where I didn't really understand electricity all that much. I just know that, from cartoons, when you see like something sparking, you're going to see smoke or a fire eventually. Well, instead of that, something crawled out of the socket, and it was like a weird slimy creature. It was like, I want to say it looked like, here, I'll show a picture of it. You guys aren't going to believe me when I when I look this up. I've never seen anything about this. I've only seen maybe mere pictures of it. Kind of looks like this. Like this guy. Looked exactly like this thing. It was like a fish creature from the Black Lagoon. And it crawled out of my electrical socket, and it was green. And it had scales on it and a fish-like face. And it had like webbed hands. But the part that creeped me out was I was trying to wake up my sister, but she wouldn't wake up. Like, she was probably in sleep paralysis. And this creature was like walking towards me. And it scared me to the point where I had to jump out of my crib, and I ran down the hallway. And as I was running down that hallway, my shadow was right next to me. My grandmother had night lights in the hallway so you can see where you're walking, and it caused a shadow reflection next to me. But part way of me walking down that hallway, my shadow was moving differently. Like it was kind of like it wasn't keeping up. Like it was struggling to like be next to me. And it looked like it was being sucked towards the end, towards that back room that I was just in. And it made me stop. And I couldn't see my shadow. I completely stopped and my shadow wasn't next to me and it freaked me out. So I sat there for a little bit and I was like, should I go back? And eventually, you know, I gathered my courage and I was like, okay, I'm going to walk back there. I'm going to see if maybe I saw something that wasn't there. And as I was walking back, I saw the creature and it kind of like disintegrated into the ground and it turned into a toy. And this toy was like a see-through plastic glow-in-the-dark toy, kind of like it had no color to it. And I know for a fact that this toy came out of nowhere because there was no brand on it. There was no brand on the toy. There was no memory of how it got there. And my sister woke up after I picked up this toy. She woke up just then and there. Like she just magically woke up. I don't know how she didn't wake up when I was calling her name or when I jumped out and made noise. But she saw me pick up the toy and I asked her about it. I'm like, "Have you seen where this toy came from? Like, I don't remember ever seeing this thing." And she didn't remember it either. And I told her what happened and she got freaked out, but she didn't really believe me. So we decided to put this toy in the sock drawer to our cabinet or drawer, I guess. And we both knew it was there, right? One day, that toy disappeared. Me and my sister looked everywhere for this toy and we could not find it. It magically just disappeared. So that's like my little paranormal story that doesn't really make any sense. I'm pretty sure no matter how much I describe or I explain that to someone, they're not going to believe me, but me and my sister can draw this toy perfectly how it looked and we'll get the same drawing. Or I mean, it just baffles my mind how me and my sister held this thing. We looked at it, we've had it for days, and then it just disappears. It's just the craziest thing. What is with this audio? What? What was I supposed to look at? Was that a woman? It looks like somebody's just standing there in the road. It's hard to tell. That's a creepy one. I don't know how I would feel just being out in the woods by myself and seeing somebody show up like that. Look at this guy. He looks like he's having a great day. He's got a little skip to his walk. Wait, I totally missed it. I didn't see anything. Did you guys see anything? What? Oh? Oh, that's hard to tell. I kind of see something there. What? Replay. Oh, now I kind of see it. Wow. That's a weird anomaly. It's like somebody's standing on the other side of the door. It's almost as if it was waiting for him, you know? And the fact that he didn't even see it, just kind of weird. It's always weird to find footage where people don't see what's in front of them. I totally forgot this guy changes the audio to make it sound distorted. I guess it's like a privacy thing in Japan. Like they have to change the audio. As if blurring the faces isn't bad enough.
じゃあこれで滑ってて、で上がるじゃん。
Is that a skate park?
上がった時にそこにいる。立ってる。あいつが。で喧嘩になるっていう。
That's a pretty cool looking skate park. I wish mine looked like that. We only have like a pretty crappy looking half pipe. That's made. That reminds me of one of my stories. Now that you said that about the toy one day in my old home when me and my brother was kids, we was staying the night and a silver Goku figure showed up out of nowhere in our toy drawer and neither of us remembered getting it. Yeah. The thing I'm talking about is when you're a kid, right? When you're like maybe 5 or 6 years old, you know where your toys come from because that's like your pride and joy, right? Is how you got your stuff. Like, you know, like there's a lot of like souvenirs I used to find just laying on the ground at the park and this and that. There's always a story of how you got each and every single thing that you have because that's all you have, right? And it's just very weird when something shows up in your drawer and you don't remember where it came from. I've never had that happen just that one time. So the fact it could be paranormal. It could be an outside factor maybe you don't know about, but it is definitely odd that something like that showed up and you don't have any resemblance or memory of where it came from. Was there something behind that guy? Oh, I see. There's like a woman standing right here in the corner. She's got like a dress, no head. I don't really see arms. It's just like a headless, armless woman. That would terrify me. Not gonna lie. Even in broad daylight, I probably wouldn't like to see that. What is that? Is that a playground? What is with Japan and their playgrounds? They have like the coolest playgrounds, don't they? Yeah, yeah, I got your story. I read it.
Best friend. Name big flap for me. Best friend. Best friend ってめっちゃやって
Oh,
る。
that's cute. They have names written in it.
まあ、そこから降りるゲームと。そういうママ声と。ママ声な、ママ声と。
Oh man, I don't like that face. You don't need a replay for that one. That was very clear. My goodness. Oh wow. It's so hard to fake these because it's like a low quality home video, but the effects are like so real.
めっちゃ可愛い、めっちゃ可愛い。可愛いな。絶対思ってないじゃん。いや、思ってるって。本当に。思ってる思ってる。めっちゃ可愛い。そのさ、シュシュどうしたの？そのシュシュ。初めてあんまりつけてなかったじゃん。持ってた
I wonder what they're talking about.
聞いてんだよ。
They always show videos with no context, but it always like makes me wish I had like subtitles.
男だな。男だろ。ほんと違う。
Yeah.
違くねえだろ。
My Wi-Fi is going up and down too.
俺と会ってんのになんでそれつけてくんだよ。おい。おい。
I've already had like five stream errors from my internet being slow. It's cause there's like a big event going on this week and there's like 100,000 people coming over.
いやいやいやいいよ子供捨てっから。なんで貸してんの？やだやだやだ。ふざけんなって。
I can't tell. Are they fighting? It looks like they're having some kind of argument. Like, not a serious one, maybe like a playful one. Looks like somebody on a bicycle. What the fuck? Is he lighting like a hair tie on fire? I'm so confused. This is the weirdest video I've seen in a while. Is she mad at him? Yeah, I'm gonna need a replay. I didn't see what was going on at all. Is there a way to up this quality? Oh, that's the best quality I can get. Jesus. I can't really see. I hope they do a freeze frame. Because I really can't see what just happened. Yeah, I hope they can fix your laptop. I think, oh, that's like a figure? It almost looks like a person, but I can't tell, obviously. Yeah. Hopefully they find something and fix it for you when you bring it in. It's like one of the most annoying sound effects ever. Oh, that looks like garbage. Whoa, look at this place. They have, I think that's like a lamp. And that keyboard's all like crusty and you can see like the debris around it. And that's like a computer chair. So this place obviously hasn't been used in God knows when. It's a trash can. I wonder what all that black stuff is. It looks like it looks like a fire, doesn't it? Like fire residue. The windows are busted out. Yeah, this place was burnt down. It looks like, because even the walls have like burn marks on them. Oh, that chair looks so fucked up. I wouldn't even trust entering that building, considering the damage in it. Very dangerous. My laptop cleaner says that there's an outdated driver. Well, you can find your drivers online. There's ways to do it, but if you're unsure, it is best just to bring it in, have them look at it. Usually when my drivers are out of date, they slow down my internet. So like my web pages will load really slow. I don't know about this one. This one's kind of... I really wish I could see the full video. Oh, Vex, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. That ghost has a weird stance. I'm not gonna lie. Oh. We're just watching ghost videos tonight. We're just chilling and relaxing. I can't tell if he's wearing a robe or what. It looks like he's wearing like a weird shirt and overalls. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I've seen a lot of videos, but this one doesn't cut it. Oh, this one has nice quality. It's not pixelated like the other ones. You just woke up. I always forget what time zone you're in. Much different than mine. But I can't say much because I'm only up at night. I'm up when everyone else is asleep. I think I share the same sleep schedule as the Europeans. Yeah, it looks like he was wearing a hoodie too. Wait, is that a secret passageway? Oh. Aw, thanks, Vex. Don't worry, I'm drinking water. I'm staying hydrated. Oh, that's like a trap door. Oh my god. Could you imagine leaving that shit open, like, right in front of the door? Somebody walks in, they fall to their death. That's so fake, but I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, got sandwiched. I freaking knew that was gonna happen. Some grudge-looking lady comes out of nowhere. So fake. I don't believe it. You can see the pupils in the eyes. That's how you know it's not real. Usually, it's always said that when you see dead people, you can't see their pupils in their eyes. They're always white or gone. Empty eye sockets. Oh, you give me cat ears now? I still need to add new stuff. I have a couple of things I want to add, but I'll wait till next month. I'll make it be a surprise. Oh, what the fuck? Just hearing them like try to scream and like the voice distortion is just kind of funny. They look freaked out, but they don't look scared. Oh, thanks, Vax. I don't know. I don't know about that one, guys. Oh, you put me in timeout. You gonna put me in the box just like that? Safety bug. That's so fake. I'm sorry, but that one, I don't believe that one. I'm not gonna lie, if I saw that at any time, I'd be running up those stairs too. I'd probably fall just trying to run up those stairs. I'm not very agile in the dark. Void! Nice to see you! Oh my god, what the fuck? What am I seeing on camera? What is going on? Oh, here goes that annoying sound effect. I almost want to message this guy and be like, keep that sound effect out of your videos. It sounds like an alien coming down, just abducting you. How you doing, Void? Yes, you're putting me in timeout. Yep. You're gonna put me in the box. Where are they? Oh, they're outside. Are they on a playground? I wish they had playgrounds here. I want to do some parkour. It's 1 a.m. Jesus, that's late. Oh, I know how it is, like when you can't sleep. I think 1 a.m. is like the perfect time to wake up if you can't sleep. You just stay up like an hour and then fall back asleep. Is that a swing? It looks like a swing set. Oh, when I was little, they had these really cool tire swings. I always miss those. You've been having issues sleeping and staying up too late as of recent? Aw. I know like tea sometimes helps. I wouldn't suggest it if it makes you go to the bathroom, but like drinking something like that always helps me. So those swings, you can't really see it in the video. Oh. But let's go wind it. Rewind it. Okay, so there's like a chain on the bottom of these things. I know a lot of you probably grew up with these kind of swings too. It's not gonna swing by itself with the wind because they're kind of heavy. Like they use like a weird looking like metal pole, and they have chains on the bottom. So like say like even though it's windy, it wouldn't sway that much. So maybe this is kind of true, like a real video. I'm not gonna lie though, those swings are very uncomfortable. Especially on hot days, because they heat up to like 90 degrees and they burn you. Especially those tire swings. You guys ever jump on a tire swing when it's really hot outside and the rubber just kind of burns your skin? Yeah, I sleep with TV sounds too. I don't like sleeping to like silence. It makes the voices in my mind just kind of take over, and then I can't sleep. I will say that one time I left my YouTube on play, and I sleep to like binaural atmosphere noises like rain or wind. I don't know how, but the videos kept playing kind of like a playlist, but it wasn't a playlist, and I woke up to a video of haunted house noises. I just woke up to fucking screaming, and I checked my phone, and it's haunted house atmosphere sounds. So yeah, just kind of be careful on what you fall asleep to, and make sure that it doesn't like pick a crazy video like that. Yeah. I usually just play the live videos or whatever they're called. That way it doesn't change the video when I'm sleeping. It gets annoying though when the internet cuts out. I really can't take this guy's voice seriously when they edit these videos. It's like Alvin the Chickmunk doing Ghost Adventures. Oh, fucking A. I can't take this. Yeah, especially when you watch like a documentary, like a random documentary on YouTube, and you fall asleep and then you wake up. I've done that. It's not fun. I think one time I did that. I woke up to like wrestling or something. Or no, it was Slap Mountain. Yeah. There's a video called Slap Mountain. Let's see if I can find the video. No, this one's almost over. On YouTube, there's a channel. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but I fell asleep one day to a documentary. It was like a video game documentary, and this channel randomly popped up in the playlist, and it's just a bunch of like redneck dudes like slapping each other, and they do like this weird commentary over it.
What, James, I heard the way you slap, how you slap like a sissy. I got a 9-year-old over here that can slap harder and better than you.
I can't
All he
take
got
this
to
shit
say is,
seriously.
just read this sign right here, because when I get through with you, you know that red Solo cup has been here, because you're going home and your family is not going to recognize you when I'm through with you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Slap Mountain. My name is JT Tilley, and
Like,
I am
do
so
I need to say
excited
anything
share
else?
with you what
Yeah.
we have
It's just a
discovered
bunch of
down in
rednecks
the
slapping
deep
each other.
South. My co-host is Bama, and he's very excited to be competing today.
Like,
see?
Are you kidding me? I almost want to watch this one day with you guys. Like, we'll watch this. Like, we'll do like a full like day of just slap contests. But yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night to that, and I was like, what in the hell is YouTube thinking? Like my worst fear is just letting YouTube do its thing while I sleep, and then just waking up to random nonsense in the morning. I remember seeing videos of slapping tournaments that were actually way more professional. Well, I don't know if this is shot professionally, but I don't know. It's not meant to be taken seriously. I think it's all a joke. But it's just the weirdest thing to come across, like, if you don't try to look for it. It's like this one guy, his channel is called Alabama Chugs, and it's this guy, he eats like the weirdest food ever, and it's not like a weird mukbang video, it's more of like the gross things that you can eat. And I came across this video by accident. He has like one of those like beer glasses, but it's shaped like a boot. And he put a bunch of like beans in there, and he was trying to like chug the beans. And I'm not gonna lie here. There's a lot of things I can watch without feeling sick. But watching that guy eat a full like can of beans like that, I had to rethink my life choices on why I watched that video. There's a lot of things I can watch, but I can't watch that for very long. All right, so this is called Fearsome Top 5. This is a new video that or new channel we're gonna watch. This channel's kind of like Nuke's Top 5, but it's kind of like not as professional, I guess. Like, the editing's a little bit less intense, but it's really good. It's really good.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. Today we're taking a look at 8 truly terrifying videos. Number 1.
Oh my.
Reddit user Federal Entertainer 21 bought a house in North Wales back in 2018. This home was built in the 1850s and has a long history behind it. Well, a few years later, while he was doing some landscaping in the garden, he accidentally discovered something buried beneath. After digging it out, he eventually identified it as a well that he assumed was buried for over 70 years. But when he used a pickaxe to crack it open, he had no idea what would happen next.
Is that a sewer? A sewer grate? Oh goodness.
As he cracked open the well, a ghostly scream came from inside.
Oh my goodness. Let's hope those are the worms screaming.
This haunting scream echoed throughout the well and sounded like the
Aw,
voice
thanks
of
for the head
girl.
pat. Just so sweet.
At the time, this man wasn't afraid,
Welcome.
but rather puzzled, as he had no idea who or what was causing this sound. So could this eerie noise be the voice of someone on the other side?
I hope
or is there a
not.
more logical explanation?
The safety
Number
pug.
2. Over on the paranormal
The pug is always here to greet everyone.
Posted a video asking if anyone thinks he caught something paranormal. According to this user, on the 20th of July, he went to an open house of a
That's
place
where they
that was
sealed away
built in
Kyogre.
1891. As he walked from room to room, he was the only person inside. His wife
I
wasn't
missed
able to
that
make
movie.
it, so
It's
he
been so
began
long since
recording
I've
on his
seen that
phone to
movie.
give her a good look at the interior. But when he later played back his video, something was caught in the main bedroom upstairs.
Yes, the pug is so sweet. We love the pug.
As he walked into the room
I don't like
and
that
panned his
noise.
camera from right to left, a chilling disembodied voice was caught.
That almost sounds like someone trying to like hold in a cough. Doesn't it?
This bizarre noise almost sounded like a
that's funny.
distorted laugh. And oddly enough, the man recording claims that he didn't hear this at the time. People in the comments said it simply sounds like the person recording breathing heavily. Now I'm not sure how
I don't know
these
about
people
breathing
breathe,
heavily, but it
this
sounds like
definitely
somebody
does
like
not
holding in a
sound
cough.
like breathing to me. And I just have to point out that there was one thing I thought of when I heard this noise.
Scooby-Doo.
A Reddit user that goes by Century Tuna Lover works at a hospital and has had plenty
I
of
can
interesting
totally see that
experiences
now.
while
The
on
way
the
he
job.
laughs.
Well, according to this Reddit user, about 4 to 5 years ago, the clinic staff at the hospital were taking a few photos. But as they closely examined the pictures they took, they noticed something unsettling.
Have you guys ever seen videos of interviews about people who worked in hospitals and have seen things that they can't talk about? I didn't know this, but apparently it's a phenomenon of doctors and nurses seeing things they cannot explain. So there is a program for them to go to talk to people about this as a mental health thing. Yeah. I didn't know this. Apparently there's like if you go to like your corporate person and be like, "Hey, I saw something I can't explain, it's bothering me." They'll send you to someone like a therapist to talk to about phenomenon that you see in the hospital. And there's like a whole program for it. And I didn't know this, but they had interviews of videos of doctors talking about paranormal experiences when working on patients. I'm pretty sure they have something similar for like people who work in like jails. When you see paranormal stuff in jails. Yeah. Anytime that there's very weird energy around the building, there's always going to be something paranormal that follows it, whether it be a church or a jail, hospital, even an airplane. There's a lot of emotions going on in that building. And those emotions are going to attract energy. And the energy can't be created nor destroyed. So the energy has to go somewhere, right? And it's obviously going to cause a paranormal reaction. So yeah, these places are very active. That's why I would never go to a hospital at night. You couldn't pay me enough to do that.
In the reflection on the floor, a faint silhouette can be seen standing behind the wheelchair.
Oh
This
no.
eerie transparent figure looks to be holding the handles of the wheelchair and is possibly wearing a hospital
I had this on pause
This
and I didn't even
terrifying
realize
sight
that.
is undeniably the outline of a person, but clearly there's no one behind the wheelchair.
Oh my
Century
goodness.
Tuna Lover claims this photo is 100% real, but let me know what you think. Number 4. Over on TikTok, a woman named Rosanna has meticulously documented every eerie encounter she's had in her
Rosanna?
apartment, determined to capture
Rosanna?
proof of the haunting she's been
That's a
plagued
fun name
with.
to say, Rosanna. I'm already skeptical about this. It looks like she's moving into the apartment. There's a lot of boxes everywhere. Maybe she just moved in and this place is new to her. Yeah, I told a couple personal experiences I had with the paranormal. I have lots of stories to tell. I haven't ever told my spookiest story yet, though. Maybe I might save that for another day.
Rosanna began recording after hearing banging coming from her apartment that she couldn't explain. But as she turned around, the scooter hauntingly rolled towards her. She cautiously stepped closer.
One thing that I've
scooter
noticed
back
about
in.
that scooter when it moved was that it stopped suddenly. So I don't think it was pulled by a string, or you would see it gradually stop. It stopped pretty short.
The scooter hauntingly
You can
rolled
see it
towards
stop
her.
right away,
She
right
cautiously
there.
stepped closer, moving the scooter back in place. When suddenly a bang
I have no
came
ghost
from
stories
behind
of
her.
my own to
A
tell,
few
but my
days
mom
later,
and my
she laid in
siblings
bed.
do.
She began to hear footsteps
Well,
walking
that
in the
doesn't mean
hallway.
that something won't
She was
happen in the
paralyzed with
future,
fear
but
as
you
she
know,
struggled to
having
grab her
no
phone.
stories isn't a
But
bad
this
thing
is what
too.
she managed to record.
I'm pretty sure eventually there's going to be stuff that you can't explain, and it's not always bad. I really don't like the camera angle. When somebody like records hallways, I get nervous. A lot of freaky stuff happened at a really old house we lived in years ago. I was pretty young, though my memory is awful, so the only people who can recall that stuff from back then was the rest of my family. I mean, it's very validating when multiple people can share the same story and retell it in the same way. Me and my sister have a few stories we can both tell, and I'm pretty sure our details would be the same. It's very validating. Scary when it happens, but it's nice to have someone that could share that experience with.
As she stared into the dark hallway, the door to the room across from her unnervingly closed on its own. She gathered her courage and went to take a look inside, proving that no one was in the room. But as she stood in the doorway, the clothing rack suddenly lunged towards her. 5 days later, once again looking into the hallway, she witnessed something that made her hair stand on end.
Oh, that's so freaky. I've played so many horror games that do that with the lights. Yes, check underneath the crib. That's where the monsters are. Actually, wait, I do have a personal or a paranormal story. I just remembered it's just not a specifically ghost-related one. Well, any story's good. I mean, I've known people who have stories where things like show up out of nowhere. You know, Nico over here in the chat, she has a story like that.
The lights flickered as the tiny rocking horse began to move back and forth. She made her way over, scanning the room and showing that nothing was attached to the horse to make it move. And as she stepped away from the room, the lights once again began aggressively flickering. According to Rosanna, all this activity led her to contact a priest to rid this spirit from her apartment. But just a few hours after this priest left and Rosanna was trying to sleep, things took a horrific turn.
Yeah, Twitch is acting up. I don't know what's going on with Twitch tonight. I have my phone in front of me playing Twitch, and even then it's messing up on me too. The toilet lid. That's funny. I guess the ghost is mad that you don't keep the seat down. Wait, did I see something in the hallway? Flash warning. Ooh. Flash warning, guys. The lights are gonna do their flicky thing. Flickering. This is crazy. Oh my god. They got the lights flickering, the toys going off, the doors slamming. Possibly something walking around too, right? I think I saw something in the hallway.
Lift up on its own. She quickly rushed back to the other room where things immediately took a turn for the worst. From the door closing, the lights viciously flashing, and an object getting thrown to the floor. The
I didn't see that on the floor.
Sent a very clear message that it was still around. Rosanna continues to document the events in her apartment.
Oh my goodness.
And I'll make sure to keep an eye on her account for any further updates. Number 5. 16 years ago, on a YouTube channel called Double Bins, a video was posted of a terrifying encounter caught on camera. On a sunny day back in 2008, 2 teenagers decided to explore a local abandoned house. This house had clearly been left untouched for years, piquing
yeah,
their
that's the nice thing about Twitch, is if you lower the quality, it helps sometimes.
Eager to see what they could find inside. But while exploring, they came face to face with something that sent them running.
So, let's go in the house. Do we go in the warehouse or the...
Let's go in the regular house.
Alright.
Oh my goodness, that's pixelated.
What the hell? Dude, seriously. Whatever happened to the house?
That looks like an abandoned house, doesn't it? It has no windows.
I think it used to be a garage or something.
No, because their garage was that. It had to be.
Yeah, that's like a warehouse, yeah.
Look at the roof, it's all f***ed up.
Where?
In there. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Door.
Would you guys ever go to an abandoned place?
Look at that.
So what's your story, Void? You said you had a story to tell?
There's an oven door.
Where?
In the middle of his living room.
The roof is all...
Oh, goodness.
Dude, oh my...
Did you guys see that?
I first one, I saw a person. Dude, there's a person.
I don't even know if that was a room.
Yeah, there is. Nick, I'm not...
After the guys casually strolled inside, they wandered from room to room. But as the guy holding the camera angled it up towards the roof, a sinister dark figure was caught walking by.
Whoa.
The shadowy figure unexpectedly walked across, immediately catching his attention and sending him running. Because of the potato quality of this video, it's hard to tell
The
if this
potato
could potentially
quality.
be paranormal or possibly just a person
funny.
lurking in the old house. Either way, both possibilities
So,
are equally
when I was like
terrifying.
9 or
As
10, I was
living
playing
people freak me
outside
out
near my
more than
house at the
ghosts.
time, and I seen something very strange.
Number 6.
It was tall, shadowy,
small YouTube
vaguely
channel called
humanoid figure that ran
985,
behind the
only
row
one
of
video
houses
was
at
ever
speeds far
posted.
faster than
As
what
a
it was
hiker was
possible for a
trudging through a
human.
hilly area, they suddenly
Like it was
stopped
faster
and
than a
their eyes
car.
widened in disbelief at
Well, I've seen so many videos of this, and people don't really like. I guess like horror movies don't really show it sometimes, but the paranormal, like when you see these shadow figures, they don't move the same that we do. Like, I guess I'm trying to find a good way to explain it. It's not like they don't move at 120 frames per second, right? They're all jittery and glitchy. They move at weird speeds. So imagine like the way that you move like when you're sleeping, when you dream, how people move at like different paces, I guess. Yeah. I can kind of see that. I can kind of see it moving a lot faster than what it would usually be. I know I've seen a couple things like that when I was little. I just kind of like, I didn't know what to make of it. Like, you can't really call it paranormal when you're little. You can call it weird, but you don't really know what you've seen. And then when you get older and you think about it, you're like, yeah, that's paranormal.
What they saw in the sky. With their fingers slightly trembling, they grabbed their phone and aimed it towards the sky, and this is what they caught.
Wow, that's cool that you saw it in broad daylight. Very rare. Is that someone floating in the sky? No way. That's a drone. Are you kidding me? That's either a drone or somebody flying a kite.
As the hikers stared at the mountain in front of them, their hearts skipped a beat at the sight of a strange black silhouette suspended in the sky. This peculiar anomaly eerily looks like a person somehow floating amongst the clouds above. If we take a closer look, this is clearly not a plane, helicopter, or
That looks
drone.
like the squiggly line on the side of my vision when I like side eye everything.
Completely still. Now I don't know whether to call this
Some of you
an
might know what I'm
alien,
talking
or a
about.
ghost, but whatever this is looks pretty badass. Number 7. In September of 2023, a video was posted to Facebook that caught the attention of 1.3 million people. With over 20,000 likes, viewers have struggled to explain what was caught in this footage. A man named Jarek is a taxi driver from the Philippines that was driving late one night when he spotted a woman waiting for a lift by the side of the road. He pulled over to pick her up, but what happened next still haunts him till this day.
Whoa, wait. Is she not even there? You guys saw the door open and close, right? Obviously, he saw the girl. He wasn't freaked out by the door opening by itself. Wow. He's gonna look back and see that she's not there. That's funny. He's got his earbud in, he's jamming out. He's like, yeah. Whoa. That's so funny. I don't know how I would feel about that.
May sumakay kanina. May sumakay kanina. May sumakay kanina, pero bakit nawala? Scout Barrio sabi.
Scout Burrow.
May sumakay kanina, wala.
Could you imagine if she was like still in that
After
car?
pulling over, the back door opened and closed, and Jarek claims to have seen a woman wearing a white and purple dress enter the vehicle. But after cruising down the road for a short time, he glanced at his mirror and discovered that no one was in his back seat, and the woman from earlier had vanished. Incredibly confused, he looked around his car in disbelief. Till this day, Jarek is adamant that a woman entered his car that night, and firmly believes that this video
For the
is
longest
proof
time,
of
I
a
wondered if
paranormal encounter.
whatever I saw might have been a
Number 8.
shapeshifter.
Back in
It could have been some shadow people. They don't have a
While at
form.
work at Sawyer Elementary School, located in Chicago, a man named Dave headed to the boiler room to help a fellow employee. When he got to the basement, a woman named Evelyn was clearly shaken up and explained that she witnessed a door slam shut on its own. Clearly afraid, she asked Dave to take a look. Luckily, he thought to start recording just in case anything else happened. And these are the events that followed.
All right, I'm with Evelyn Sims. We're using this recording here due to a statement. She says that there's been things in the back area that have been... All right, explain to us what happened, Evelyn.
I was looking for my supplies, so
Yeah, tell us,
Well,
Evelyn.
I'm here now. Oh, don't worry. All right. So what happened?
Sometimes they are. It's hard to tell what's good and what's not. The thing about the afterlife is though the afterlife has different intentions.
Let me just take a look.
So it's
Now,
not so
you
much
say
good
what
or
happened
bad,
now?
but it's more of like what their intentions are.
All right.
But usually shadow people are no good. That they make you sick.
I'm looking. I'm not going back there either.
What, you scared?
I'm not.
Going back there. I got a funny feeling about this.
Oh, the door's closed. I mean, it was open?
It was open and it just slammed back there.
All right, let me see if I can get it.
What is that? Is that like a pipe
Don't worry. Go
for
get your whatever your material is.
Is that like a factory pipe?
Come on, go ahead. Evelyn, just go.
No.
Wonder what she's freaked out about.
All right, hang on. I'll go. Hang on. Okay. I'm right here. I see the door. All right, go get your stuff. I'm right here. Don't be. Hold on, wait a minute. Just wait. Is there anybody back here? Go ahead.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. No way. No way.
That's a genuine reaction too. That lady looks freaked out.
As Evelyn crept forward, the chair in front of her ominously slid across the floor. This sudden movement sent her running as she screamed in terror. Dave looked on in shock, struggling to believe what he just witnessed. So was there a dark force lurking in the boiler room, or was it all just a hoax?
It is an attic, so I mean, I guess it could be
Before we
evil.
end this video, I have one more honorable mention.
Could be good
a
too.
Reddit user
You don't
called
know.
Miss Hallie Ann says that one day while she was scrolling through Facebook, she came across a post from a friend that caught her eye. According to her friend, a motion notification from her security camera suddenly lit up her phone. Not thinking much of it, she swiped up on the alert to take a look, but her eyes widened when the first thing she saw was this.
What is that?
At 9:22 p.m., what
Is that a
looks like
baby?
a baby running by can be seen on her porch.
It's a ghost
The image of this
baby.
tiny
What the
infant
fuck?
definitely caught her off guard and left her a bit unsettled. She immediately ran to her porch to see if she could find the small child, but there were no signs of anyone or anything outside. Fearful that there was now a lost toddler, she called the fire department to come investigate. But after thoroughly searching the area and using a heat-seeking drone on the nearby lake, they were unsuccessful at finding anything. And to make things even creepier, this eerie baby only appeared in one frame of the video. So now we're left with this disturbing image of a baby and more questions than answers.
That is freaky.
Make sure to follow me on Instagram to hear more from your boy. As always, if you enjoy these creepy videos, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe.
All right, so that was Fearsome Top 5. Very cool channel. And we're going to take a small break and we're going to watch a lot more. I have a lot more fun stuff. The next video is going to be urban legends that turned out to be true. This is the one I'm looking forward to watching because it's a lot of neat little stories and details. So hopefully you guys can grab a drink and a snack. I know, Void, you said that you were trying to go to sleep. So hopefully you can go to sleep soon. And I will see you guys in 5 minutes.